Hello students. Now after translation there is a lac operon concept. Another name is, if suppose they ask about regulation of gene expression, you can write these two. What is this? The concept is very important. The regulation of gene expression refers to very broad term at various levels. So in eukaryotes at a transcriptional level and the splicing and transport of mRNA from nucleus. In eukaryotes, I always told from nucleus the mRNA should come into cytoplasm. Then only translation will happen. So what is happening here? In prokaryotes, you see, suppose the descriptive part. So the structure they have given, because it is happening in, see this diagram. Okay. Proteins are generally, the building blocks of any organism, which are synthesized in a cell, which are directed by DNA. These three are linked. So the protein molecules which are produced when cell requires that, they are not produced when there is no necessary of proteins. When there is a necessary of proteins, they synthesize. So that is why this DNA undergoes switch on and switch off mechanism with different gene of expression. So this lac operon was discovered by Jacob and Monod in E. coli bacteria. They have conducted lot of experiments for the utilization of lactose, which after digestion in E. coli bacteria. So during 1961. So when lactose molecules are absent in the nutrient medium, the DNA of bacteria will be switched off. It does not produce any enzymes or any proteins. So when lactose molecules are present, the DNA of bacteria switch to produce enzymes which are necessary to break always the lactose into glucose and galactose. In biomolecules we have learned the lactose will break into glucose and galactose, which are simple monosaccharides, from complex polysaccharide monosaccharides. So the DNA of bacteria, if you see, this is a, what they are showing, this is a DNA of a bacteria. Okay, see this DNA of bacteria, that strand contains the three kind of genes. The regulator genes, promoter gene, the regulator gene they have given, that is nothing but the I, because it produces the mRNA from there. So the promoter gene, the first one, which is promoter gene and operator gene. This is a operator. When the repressor comes and binds here to start the processes, the operator works, the operator generally. So these are the structural. You can remember it is hypoxia. You can remember easily means IP. First it is tough to remember. Slowly you can learn. IPOZYA. The ZYA are the structural genes. Okay. These structural genes, this is in absence of inducer. Here in presence of inducer. The switch off mechanism, this is switch on mechanism. Remember this diagram, where the cluster of genes together with operator gene, these are all together. These are the operator genes are all together called operon genes, where it is the enzyme where it combines and binds to promoter gene, that is called the sequence TA, 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 T, like that. So it is called Tata box, Tata box or Pribno box, another name. You can easily remember as a Tata box. So when, if you remember, see this, when RNA polymerase here, see the DNA, these are the mRNA strands which are synthesizing. When RNA polymerase enzyme transcribes the structural genes that produces 3 mRNA strands. Okay, those strands undergo translation to produce 3 enzymes. Here transcription happens. In this transcription happens, that is why the mRNA came. From there the translation happens in presence of the 3 enzymes. Those enzymes, the Z gene enzyme produces beta galactosidase, the Y gene produces permease enzyme, and A produces transacylase enzyme. So these beta galactosidase, transacylase enzyme broke and lactose into glucose and galactose. That is what they are going to do. So when, if I start with the switch on off mechanism, what is happening here? When lactose molecules are absent in nutrient medium, DNA switched off to protein synthesis. So the regulator gene which produce a repressor, this is the repressor, the regulator gene will produce this repressor to bind to operator. So this does not allow any RNA polymerase enzyme to transcribe the structural genes. This one will not allow to produce any gene here in a switch off mechanism. Okay, so no transcription here in switch off mechanism, no transcription, no translation, so no protein will not come. But here if you see that repressor mRNA which is producing, what is happening here if you observe the difference between both? When lactose molecules present in nutrient media, then DNA switch to switch on mechanism, then protein will get synthesized. The lactose molecules added in nutrient medium acts as inducer which binds to repressor to form inducer and a repressor complex. See here, the repressor is here and this inducer is coming and involving here, then both together inactive repressor. The repressor will be inactive. Means then obviously this can synthesize the genes. This is inactive here. This inducer repressor, they will ask the purpose of inducer repressor purpose. What is the, then you can maintain. Then obviously these structural synthesis will release the, will do the transcription synthesis. So this is a polycistronic mRNA. So this, now the repressor become inactive, release from the operator zone. It won't bind here, it will release here. This enables the RNA polymerase enzyme to transcribe the 3 genes. That is why one gene is synthesized in 3 genes. That is why it is polycistronic. So obviously the polycistronic will activate the first gene, second gene and third gene. Then the pre-programmed circuits of the gene action will start. Then the lac operon concept is the synthesize the lactose into glucose and galactose. This is what you have to write about the point by point. In the explanation is here. Read carefully. Once you didn't understand, point by point you read many times. It will obviously you will get it. So see that. Next I am moving on to Human Genome Project. What is this? In name itself, human genomes. We have billions and millions, trillions of genes where these genetic makeup, we have one kind of, each person has different kind of genetic makeup. Means suppose you are looking like this, the hair, the characteristics, the skin color, and each, even your cousin, if you compare, or from country to country or from area to area, each one will have different sequences. Because of these DNA sequences only, two individuals differ, then their DNA sequences also differ. So these assumptions lead to finding out the complete DNA sequence of human genome. So the establishment of genetic RNA, RD in the techniques are happened. So isolate and clone any piece of DNA. It started at 1990. So this is a mega project, big project. So this project has approximately 3 into 10 to the power of 9 base pairs. So the see how these are having, the price will be $3 per base pair, but it is having 9 billion US dollars, 1000 papers, 3300 such books required. So these HGP are associated with rapid development of, this leads to discovery of bioinformatics. So what are the here goals of HGP? So the goals of HGP, if you see carefully, it identifies 20,000 to 25,000 genes in human DNA. These are all stored. The chemical base pairs make up which human DNA, stored in databases. So the tools improved for the data analysis. These related to different technologies and industries. So ethical, legal, ELSI issues rise from this project. Then what happened? See, so the methodologies and these many non-human model organisms, which are Caenorhabditis elegans, free-living non-pathogenic nematode, the Drosophila fruit fly, plants, rice and Arabidopsis, have been sequenced. So the methods, which are two major, expressed ETL, EST, expressed sequence tags. Okay, they have done in back and yak, which are bacterial artificial chromosome and yeast artificial chromosome. So these sequences, whatever those are called sequence annihilation, and which expressed as RNA, those are called expressed sequence RNA. So these computer based programs are very well developed. Then these RFLPs and restriction endonuclease recognition sites, which form repetitive DNA sequences, which are called microsatellites. Even the sequence of one chromosome was completed in May 2006 itself. This was the last 24 human chromosomes. Based on that, 22 are autosomes and X and Y, which are allosomes, they have mentioned during that time. These automated sequences was discovered by Frederick Sanger. So salient features are like some how many chromosomes and how many, so what gene, where the gene, and suppose hair color, as you know in other classes we have told. So applications of HGP are diagnosing and treatment of genetic diseases, understanding the function of genes and their regulation. So these are the salient features of human genome. And if you see the further see, it has lead to DNA fingerprinting. DNA fingerprinting is nothing but, which are like the application, if you read you will understand that DNA fingerprinting is useful in to identification of criminals, murderer, or robber, anyone. So it employed even solving parental disputes, which are like whose baby is whose parents, like that. So it is useful in identifying lost children during earthquake or flood, tsunami, all these. Even victims of building collapse, all these problems got solved by these problems. Especially they will collect the steps involved are, they will collect the sample from the person and extraction they will do, and the separation of DNA fragments will do on agarose gel electrophoresis. So these will form on the gel plate the light bands and dark bands. then hydrogen bonds will break. Depending on the sequences of these light bands from the victim and the parent or whoever, both will match, same kind. If you compare for your father and your mother with you, the similarity will come, it will match. So for these, they have used for extraction nitrocellulose membrane, and even the tagging of these are a radioactive DNA probes, and they subjected to autoradiography. So autoradiography is nothing but X-ray. So X-ray to X-ray. So here, when they're doing these, there are some kind of terms which are key points. Those are like RFLPs, which are restriction fragment length polymorphism, and VNTRS. Generally, they will ask what are VNTRS, and valuable variable number tandem repeats, even shorter tandem repeats, which are AZTA. If it is big, it will be big VNTRS. If it is small, small VNTRS. So this is an analytical technique in detecting specific nucleotide sequences for the individuals. So these involves in DNA. Small stretch of DNA is repeated many times. These repetitive DNA separated from the big genomic DNA. We have a big genomic, from their small genome, the sequence. To understand the sequence, we will see and observe. So these are called, which are we are taking, those are called the small brands, those are called satellite DNAs, which are having A is combining with T, the Chargaff rule I have told, G combining with C with the triple bond, guanine cytosine. So these are, again, will tell us microsatellites and mini satellites, all small fragments. These sequences normally not code for any proteins. So these are a large proportion, continuous synthesis of the tag will be there. They become very useful in identification in forensic applications. So these polymorphism from parents to children, basis of paternity testing, even disputes. Disputes. See here they have given all these and the steps involved here. These are called VNTRS, and this is about isolation of DNA, the process digestion of DNA, and the process and the structure you see here, the bands which are paternal chromosome and maternal. So this is the chromosome 7 they have taken. If suppose they compare with you, the sequence will be same as they have showed in these bands. The chromosome 16 of your parent and your mother and father compare with your same. So these are the tandem repeats, which are, this is a agarose gel electrophoresis plate, where see the thin bands are these light color, thick bands. The more length will go down, the light bands will come up. This is the, from whatever finally you will count these and observe the DNA sequence of these. This is very interesting to learn. So see the summary. If you read the summary, you will understand so much of single mark questions. Then the questions which they have given here, the exercise, you can maintain a notes and write these. Search in the cbsc.in, nsc.in, or if you type NCERT solving questions or exercise questions, there are many answers directly come from there. Please be thorough with this, because monotonous what questions they are giving, what is Lacoperon, what is translation, what is VNTRS, you will write. But the reasonable application based questions, if suppose they have given, you need to understand those, that will give you to crack even NEET also. So please be thorough with the concept. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can check with me. So here some they have given direct, explain the function of the following, which are promoter tRNA exons, even the direct Watson and Crick model. They have asked chemical nature of DNA and what are the these. With this, I hope you understand the lesson, and thank you so much. Next lesson will be on evolution. For this year, the evolution lesson is not there, but briefly I will explain.